This is example 12, and we're still talking about word problems, solving word problems. So in this example, it reads, one side of a rectangle is 30 millimeter longer than the other. If the perimeter of the rectangle is 50 centimeter, determine the dimensions of the rectangle. Now, look at something. We have different units. Remember what I told you before? See this millimeter and this centimeter. We have to do the conversion. Take note of that. So what do we do first? First of all, let me just do the conversion straight up. Now, 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. Take note of that. 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. Now, what will now be 30 millimeters? What would this now convert to? This would be 30 divided by what? By 10, because 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. So if you're converting from 30 millimeter to centimeter, you have to divide by 10. So this converts to this. 0 cancels 0, and then 3 centimeter. Exactly. So 30 millimeters is equal to 3 centimeters. Good. We have already done the conversion. Now look at something. They said one side of a rectangle is 30 millimeter longer. Let me just draw a rectangle here so you have an idea of what we're talking about. This is the shorter side, while this is the longer side, right? So what we're going to do is say one side of a rectangle is 30 millimeter longer than the other. Longer. So one side is longer, which means this one is 30 millimeter longer. What I'm going to do, I'll say let the length of the shorter side be x. Let the length of the shorter side, let the length of the shorter side be x. Now, if we make the length of the shorter side x, what will not be the length of the longer side? Remember, we were told that one side, the longer side is 30 millimeter longer. Remember, we have even converted from 30 millimeter to what? 3 centimeter. Is that okay? Now, since we already said let the length of the shorter side be x, we'll now say then the longer side will be what? Then the longer side will be, let me ask you, what will the longer side now be? It will be what? X plus 3 centimeter. 3 centimeters. Now wait, let me just explain something. They said the longer side is 3 centimeter longer than the other side, the shorter side. If now we already assigned x to the shorter side, the longer side will now be 3 centimeter plus the length of the shorter side. Now let me just quickly explain something. Let's say this is 3 centimeter and this is 7 centimeter. Let me ask you this question. How much longer of this longer side how let's say it now. This longer side is how much longer than the shorter side? How much longer is the longer side than the shorter side? You will tell me it is 4, right? How do you know it's 4? Because to get this 7, you will say 3 plus 4. So we can boldly say that the longer side is 4 centimeter longer than the shorter side. Now that we know the length of the longer side, or now that we said let the length of the shorter side be x, the longer side will now be x then plus how much longer the longer side is when compared to the shorter side. I hope that's clear. So just know why I added 3 centimeter, because the longer side is 3 centimeter longer than the shorter side. That makes sense, right? Now we need to find what the value of x is here. They said the perimeter is equal to what? 50 centimeters. 50 centimeters. Let me ask you this question. What's the formula for calculating the perimeter of a rectangle? Can you tell me? I hope you still remember. So you see, this is very, very important. You need to know this basic formula. The formula for calculating the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 into bracket length plus breadth. Is that okay? Let me just quickly tell you why. Now I've just drawn a rectangle, even though it's not the perfect rectangle you can get because it's not really smooth. But this is length, this is breadth, and this is what breadth. So when you add everything, it will be 2L plus 2 breadth. All right, 2L plus 2 breadth, because you have 2 lengths and 2 breadth. B for breadth, L for length. Now when you factorize, I already told you how to factorize. 2 is common, bring out 2, then you have length plus what? Breadth. So you see, that's how we got the formula for calculating the perimeter of a rectangle. That was actually a quick one on that. See, I'm a very nice person. I just quickly went back to geometry, plain geometry. Okay, now let's solve perimeter. Let's start substituting into the formula. What's the perimeter of this rectangle? It is 50 centimeter. Put it here. 50 centimeter is equal to, this is the formula, 2 bracket. What's the length? The length is all of this, or we can say the longer side. I don't know what is the length is. I'm just assuming that the longer side is the length. All right, so I'll just put x plus 3, x plus 3, that's the length. Then plus, what's the breadth? The breadth is what? See it here, it's x. So close everything up and let's multiply. That's 50 centimeters is equal to 2 into bracket. Let's add this now. X plus x, that's 2x, and then plus 3. Take note, you cannot add on like terms. Don't go and write 6x, I mean 5x. 2x plus 3 is 5x. It is completely wrong. You cannot add on like terms. I hope you get my point. Now let's quickly do this because our time is already running out. This 50 centimeters is equal to, can we open up this bracket? Let's do that. 2 times 2x is 4x, and 2 times 3 is what? 6. Is that okay? Move 6 to the left hand side. That will be 50. Let me just remove this centimeter. This is distracting. At the end, I'm going to put it there. So don't allow that one kind of make you feel somehow. In fact, I am annoyed now. I'll move it for all of them. Let's just write 50. In the end, we'll put the unit. Is that okay? So move 6 to the left hand side. That will be minus 6. You see what I'm doing now? I am collecting like terms. Like terms. What's 50 minus 6? That would be 44, right? That would be 44. And that's equal to what? 4x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. If you do that, you get 44 over 4 is equal to x. I already told you how you can quickly do this. And then let me just finish it up here. There's no more space again. So your x, 4 into 44 is 11. Therefore, your x is equal to what? 11. I can write centimeter here. Let's go back to the question and let's see what they ask us to find. They said we should find the dimensions of the rectangle. What that means is that we should find the length and we should find the breadth. The length and the breadth. We can say, you know, we said the longer side is the length, even though we don't know that for sure, but usually the longer side is the length. Usually, actually. Now, I'll say the shorter side is equal to what? 11 centimeter. Now, what is the longer side? The longer side is x plus 3. So the longer side, since the longer side is equal to x plus 3 centimeter, and we already know what x is, just substitute into that. What's x again? X is 11. So just write 11 centimeters plus 3 centimeters. And that's what? 14 centimeters. So the longer side is 14 centimeters. And the shorter side is 11 centimeters. We can easily even test if this is right or wrong. Okay, let me just show you here now. 2 bracket length plus breadth, right? Now, what's the length? Is 14. What's the breadth? The breadth is what? 11. 14 plus 11 is what? 25. 25 times 2 is 50. If you go back to the question, we're told that the perimeter is what? 50 centimeters. So we are correct. And that is all for this particular lecture. I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you for your time. God bless you. I'll see you in the next video rather, because we are still in this lesson. Thank you.